Warning, the voices heard in this video are made synthetically, using artificial intelligence. Nothing in this video reflects anything actually stated by the real-life individuals involved. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and serious political content will be avoided for that purpose. Enjoy!
Dragon Age 2 might be done, but we are still dragging our ass over this ship for another age. Welcome back, viewers.
Keep in mind, it's barely been a day in game time.
Calm down, Nerdbomber. It's just a cold opener anyways. As always, we have to start with backtracking and exploration. So lay it on us, Obama.
Phrasing, please, but sure thing, this shouldn't take long. And these are our last few errands in all of Dead Space to take care of. So viewers, we completed the Master Rig last episode. So before we proceed to Chapter 10, for some story beats, we are going to do one last backtrack to collect a couple of weapon upgrades. We went to the bridge first, since that's where we ended the last episode. And up where we calibrated the AA guns, we can find a locked room containing the pulse rifle upgrade.
Also, we found a missing temple audio log, so we might as well give it a listen for no reason in particular.
I'm sure whenever we meet this legend, he will be banging his girlfriend or bathing in the blood of his space zombie enemies.
All right, now that we finished on the bridge, next up we are going to head to engineering for the Ripper upgrade.
Looks like some lost space babies wandered into the restricted area. I hate when that happens. That being said, the Ripper upgrade placement is probably the best designed reward placement in this game, since they put it in the same room where we originally got the Ripper in Episode 3. Oh boy, and the hits don't stop coming either. Looks like the space baby brought two friends time to show them my upgraded pimp slap.
Jesus Christ, that necromorph flew all the way to Astroworld. I'm starting to think the zombies aren't hunting us. We are hunting the zombies.
Did you see the hand antlers on the survivor suit? We are literally taking bits of them as trophies like a Dexter serial killer. We are the ones hunting them. Also, Joe, after you grab the Ripper, we forgot to grab the oxygen tank schematic a few episodes ago when we got Tier 2 access. Want to go grab that now?
Oh right, sure thing, Barry. Anything for a little extra loot. It's not like we really forgot. It's more so there's no reason to come back to this spot after you turn the engines back on. It's just a dark, sad hole now.
You would know a lot about dark, sad holes, wouldn't you, Sleepy? Given your poor air management so far and your geriatric ass in general, that's probably a good call.
Blow me.
All right, both of you kiss and make up. It's been 2 minutes.
Gross.
Okay, we will work on that. Anyways, good work remembering where it is, Joe. Obviously, this schematic isn't something we need to have on hand by this point, but it is important to collect for the merchant achievement. You know we are always on that achievement hunter grind, viewers. Anyways, the next schematic is right before the big elevator to mining by the box puzzle. Well, this upgrade is for the contact beam, and the last one after this is in hydroponics, where we synthesize the enzyme. That one is the most important one since it's for the line gun.
Why didn't we just head straight to hydroponics after the bridge then? It's not like we use the contact beam or the Ripper in our playthrough.
Damn now, who is forgetful? Obviously it's for the achievements, Donald. We are the presidential achievement hunters after all.
Wrong on both accounts. Each weapon upgrade also translates to an extra node that we can slot on any gun we want, so it's great economy for less than 5 minutes of gameplay.
I know just where to put all my upgrades too. I'm going to fully max out the line gun, so our two best weapons are maxed out. We still have a few dozen weapon nodes to collect in the last 3 chapters, so your force gun will still get some love too, Barry.
Thanks, Joe. I'm on edge just thinking about it.
Heavy pause. You know, it's pretty crazy that the hydroponics hologram of that girl is still playing on loop. I wonder how much of an electricity bill she is running up.
Don't worry, it's counteracted by all the electronics Isaac smashed and all the vent wires the necromorphs have probably chewed on. Anyways, we only have 1 or 2 more workbench upgrades, so we might as well go through it. Take us away, Joe.
Yeah, sure thing. I am fully maxing out the line gun to get fully maxed out trip mine traps so they have a 3rd line and extra damage. Then I am going to put a small amount into the force gun. I am keeping the capacity slots open in case there's a situation where I have a node, but no ammo since upgrading the capacity adds ammo to your gun.
There you go, Joe. Now you're thinking with your wallet for once.
We haven't even reached our final form yet. Since there's a few locked containers we can use the master override on. But for now, let's go see what the crew deck has in store for us.
Someone needs to clean this shit up.
Jesus Christ, it looks like some damn live leaks footage in here. I assume they did all this after hearing all about your nerdy optimization at the start, Obama.
So please, you haven't seen anything yet, just wait for the Boulder's Gate 3 tactician run.
I just remembered Hammond said he saw a bunch of cultists killing each other when he went to the crew deck. I'm wondering if this room is the end result.
That was always my first thought, though the other possibility is the classic ritual suicide unitologists are known for.
Unless this is just some game designer's fetish, could explain a lot. Also looks like Joe is going to brave the bathroom again. This should be interesting.
Hop off, Donald. My powers have doubled since I last met a toilet necromorph. Oh, fuck.
All right, after looting the shower and Joe changing his pants, let's go do a small mini-game, shall we, boys?
Hell yeah, who wants to see some mad hops, boys?
Joe, you are 82 years old. No one wants to see your ass try to dribble a ball unless it's you failing a dunk and breaking your back in the process.
Oh yeah? Watch me Kobe this bitch. Now here's a guy who knows ball.
All right, good luck, Joe. You can't invoke Kobe's name and fumble unless you want generational curses. Well, unlike the shooting range last episode, the Z-Ball room was kept largely unchanged from the original. The main difference is obviously zero gravity has changed, which honestly makes this way easier. In the original, you had to hop between platforms, and as a result, you would get more points for doing longer shots than shorter shots, and moving between platforms offered extra multipliers. However, it was overall more efficient to just shoot from the closest platform as quickly as possible.
Thank God this game remastered zero gravity, because the original achievement was probably the most tedious one to get, although I have to say without it, this section gets a little boring. I mean, they couldn't summon a few space babies or lepers just to spice things up.
I mean, they added an AI program that glazes Isaac and praises his madball skills. I would say that is plenty of Spice Boys. I haven't felt this much positivity since my last Baskin-Robbins trip.
Is this the future of sports once we all get microchips installed in our heads? We just have sports announcers and AI fans cheering our name? It's creepy as hell. We need to protect our children from the basketball minions. Won't someone please think of the children?
Fuck them kids, space basketball is cool as shit.
You realize this isn't the basketball program, right? Why would the Ishimura basketball program have our name with voices cheering our name? This clearly isn't the normal Ishimura announcer. It's clearly the marker messing with us while we are trying to play some good old-fashioned Z-ball.
Sheesh, okay, never mind. Now that I know what it is, this mini game is creepy as hell. Who even is that voice? Is it Nicole or just some random dead girl whose voice they are using?
It's telling us to make us whole, which is something Marker Nicole does say. But I don't think that's her voice. Given the fact this voice is cheering and encouraging us while we play basketball, do you think maybe this is the voice of our mom?
No way in hell did Isaac have a mom that is this supportive of him. Didn't she sell Isaac's college fund to the church? I'm pretty sure that means she would be praying to Space Unitology Jesus instead of attending Little League games.
Maybe that's kind of the point, like these voices just bring up a sad memory that the marker is using to slowly win Isaac over to its side by wanting to bring back his mom and dad.
Damn, that's really sad. I forgot how depressing this game is. Can't we ever play something happy for once?
Oh please, after those sappy ending slides in Dragon Age 2, we are definitely due for a few sad moments in our playthroughs. Also, nice Miss Joe, keep doing it, the clock is ticking.
Yeah, okay, Donald, I will make sure you keep that same sentiment when you play Dead Space 2, and go through your own tragedies. Also, hop off, I am about to clutch up here, just watch. What's the reward for all of this, Barry? I was having so much fun with zero gravity, I forgot why we did this in the first place.
Once we finish round 6 of Z-Ball, all the lockers will open the first 5 levels, give us ammo. For the non-plasma cutter weapons in lockers, then the last locker gives us a power node. More importantly, completing all 6 levels unlocks the Z-Baller achievement, one more guide for the viewers playing with us.
All right, cool. Now that you two are done cosplaying as the Achievement Hunting Channel, Joe, can you grab the battery floating in the front corner here and progress with the story? It's been almost 10 minutes and nothing but side quest has happened.
Damn chill out, Donald. I am sure some of the viewers cared about this. And it's one of our last side missions to go. Anyways, let's go upstairs and grab whatever it is we need to grab upstairs for the story.
We needed an executive access card so we could actually use the elevator to get into the crew deck fully. Apparently the executives just really liked watching Z-Ball before getting executed.
I am amazed nothing jumped out at us up here going this long without combat. This late in the game just feels weird. We need some challenge. Where are the stakes?
We can go a few minutes without needing to fight something, Donald, besides, like you said, this is late in the game. My health pool is going to be challenged just as much as my pants.
Besides, I am pretty sure the game is just keeping us on edge a little to make the players as paranoid as Isaac is. Oh, okay, never mind.
Suddenly a damn inflation zombie coming out with a steel chair. Oh wait, hang on, make that 2 inflation zombies. I guess they are a pregnant couple, how sweet.
Well, I saw Joe jump a little, so that's a start, but he nearly missed the sacks both times. I was really hoping the sperm cells would jump him again. That's normally the dagger.
Well, good to know you watch my body movements while we game. That makes me feel so loved, big dog. And speaking of love, check it out. It's the return of the Diddy Morph's time to test out my new traps.
Joe, did you just hurt yourself with your own damn line gun traps? I mean, that's on brand for you, but Jesus Christ, that is just sad.
Yeah, I was trying to block off one of the paths I heard the zombies coming from. But I guess a room with this many dead bodies, I should have expected it would be Diddy Morphs, which means my traps are useless.
Entertaining our viewers with a fail compilation is never useless, Sleepy.
Using traps against the infectors is a solid strategy, actually, if you line them up at the right angle to hit them and the body they are infecting. This not only kills the infector, but it chops up the body enough that the conversion won't go through. Keep it in mind, there's at least one more of these fights coming up soon.
Thanks, Barry. I'll try to find good use for the force gun, too. Anyways, we got the elevator working again. Is there anything on the 3rd floor to check out?
Yeah, there's actually a level 3 security room with another power node and ammo to shift through, definitely worth a look and is easily missed.
Goddamn, even the balcony with the trains had dead cultists. These guys are through. Also, is that a lone Diddy morph coming out of the vents? I thought these things traveled in packs.
I guess the one necromorph guy was busy or something, so he had to have the Diddy morph fill in. Anyways, good call in the storage room, Barry. I bet a lot of players missed this.
Damn, those are some really jumpy dead bodies. But yeah, no problem, Joe. That is kind of our whole point of doing this series. Anyway, let's go confront our good friend, the doctor.
Jesus, Joe, how much hentai are you downloading? Why the hell is the game stuttering this much? This is the one based action we get to see Jacob do, and the frame drop ruined it.
Don't blame me, I am just downloading the dungeons. And Daddy's podcast, and also a illegal copy of Borderlands 4 a month early. Besides, this is your gamer rig on your office Wi-Fi. This is totally on you.
Joe, our recording software already has enough frame problems. Please stop ruining it by downloading unnecessary things. Especially since our kindred soul Jacob here is about to die, despite choosing a based weapon like the force gun.
Yeah, wait, can we talk about that? Jacob had a whole force gun on him, and Mercer doesn't even have any armor on him. The last time we used this gun on a human last episode, all his skin peeled off and he went flying into a wall. Now Mercer gets hit with one, and all that happens is a bruised shoulder like he was lifting a couch too fast. I know I could use this moment to hype up the pulse rifle, but even I know the force gun isn't that weak.
I think what happened is Jacob went down with the force gun to the crew deck to rescue Mercer, thinking a doctor would be valuable to his mining deck squad. Then we hear here that Jacob got captured by Mercer and was forced to build something for the marker to start Convergence. Maybe when Jacob was captured, Mercer took and sabotaged his force gun, but since he isn't an engineer, he didn't disable it all the way and some of the force energy got out.
That's probably the most likely answer, otherwise we are going to have to believe that Mercer has adamantium bones and skin or something. Well, rest in peace, Jacob. You were the original Isaac Clarke without the suit.
Bro is probably the most competent NPC in this entire game, and he survived the zombie outbreak without a suit because the game knew if Temple had one, he would be unstoppable. Press F, boys.
F. I know it's cope, but maybe Jacob could have tanked that nail gun to the head like Courier 6.
Yeah, I doubt it, but the fact Bro had to die slowly from a bullet to the brain is devious work. He probably felt all of that going down until the stasis wore off.
Oh shit, hey Hunter, it's been so long since I've seen you, you're looking good. Dad got a lot of upgrades since the last episode. We hung out in like this sick pimp slap attachment, want to see how it works.
Joe, that's not your crackhead son, that's the loser who I beat in the 2024 election. Here's something I don't really know, but looks like she really let herself go.
Joe, just go ahead and shoot the blight wall on the other side on the glass and proceed forward. The degeneracy is going to get worse before it gets better, considering what is ahead.
All right, slow down again, Hunter. You're getting way too feisty right now. Dad is going to go in the next room to check out something for Uncle Obama. What did you mean about the degeneracy, Barry? Does it have something to do with how the walls have shit over them?
Don't worry about it, Joe. It will make sense in a moment. Just proceed forward and watch your corners like normal.
Okay, but you're acting really sketchy right now, Barry. Anyways, after I make this left here, what am I looking for? Den Altman, Callius Illumina, Print Convergena, Devenum Q Taudio No, Omind, Offenta, Singer Truck, Ascensiona Divina, IS Tipta Prudentiosi.
Jesus, what the hell was that? And more importantly, Barack, translate what the hell our objective is. You can still understand all languages, right?
Well, if you reload a save to Chapter 7 in Kyne's room, or Kyne's office, I think you can figure out the answer yourself, Donald.
I am not fucking doing all of that nerd bama. Just tell me the answer.
The objective says turn it off, which is a reference to Dead Space 3, where Isaac reads some marker script and freaks the fuck out just repeating that line over and over again to turn off the device containing the Brethren Moons.
Joe, how the hell can you possibly know that?
I don't know, it just flowed naturally into my brain like chocolate syrup on a sundae. Speaking of, is anyone hungry entering this bar here?
Joe, I feel like there is a diss somewhere in here about my weight, but I will be damned if I am going to fall for the bait. Also looks like an exploder wants to get in the bar without ID. Someone hand that man his keys.
Donald, you are focusing on the wrong thing, but whatever. There's also another store where we can grab our 5th and final armor upgrade, since we grabbed it in the Z-Ball court earlier.
I will definitely reach my 5th in final form as soon as I kill this singular slender man. Oh, sorry, make that 2 goddamn slender men, which means 10 whole pieces are going to attack me soon. Altman, guide my hand true.
Jesus, Joe, you are burning the kitchen down right now. If you are going to let the marker live rent-free in your head, at least let it help you. Not let 2 space zombies run train on you like that.
Yeah, I am trying. But not only are there 10 little pieces of these things that I have to kill, but they are fighting me in some kind of space fog that gives them a bonus to stealth. Or some shit, so this is all rigged.
At least we got the exploit, where every single divider drops some loot, so that will be good for our wallet. Once this fight is done, we can hit up the store and purchase the last armor upgrade for 60,000 credits, and see one more gorgeous armor sequence.
Well, we might have one more. There is still one bonus armor I want to show off since we were talking about Dead Space 3. But for now, let's enjoy the most expensive suit-up sequence in this game.
It's no Mark 6 Space Marine armor, but it is very spiky to spread fear in the hearts of our enemies, so it will do. Anyways, looks like Mercer set up another romantic message for us, this time in the form of a hologram. I know we are the main character, dude, but you are trying way too hard right now.
Wait, did bro take the time to record and edit this for us, or is this more of the marker hijinks? Why would bro even plan for us to make it this far anyway?
The marker can really only project the voice of dead people, so I have to imagine this is real. Maybe he recorded it now to try and demoralize Isaac or something. I do have to admit, between the candles and now personal recorded shout-outs, Mercer takes his antagonist role very seriously, if not a little creepily.
Did he also stack up all those chairs to impede the only usable door too, or was that Harris Hunter?
Now, Hunter was never good with manual labor. Getting him to carry folding chairs in church was a test of patience that was probably Mercer, or maybe one of the crew members he took as servants to impede our progress. Anyway, looks like this video isn't going to drill more holes in my brain, so I will take whatever small reprieve I can get while I bravely enter the last Mercer weed cloud.
Mercer was smoking an absolutely massive pack in here, clearly. And as evidence, we have 2 more goddamn wall gooners in here freaking out over the contact high. Also, what the hell was that random explosion that just happened?
I am pretty sure there was an explosive barrel to the side, and one of the tentacles just hit it or something. Maybe that's a sign that the Guardians aren't exactly the pinnacle of the necromorph soldiers. Good work using stasis on them, Joe, to prevent them from summoning more necromorphs. Real good work.
Thanks, Barry. So what the hell am I looking for in this weed room? Is Mercer in here smoking a pack?
No, Joe, we aren't going to get that lucky. Our main objective right now is we need to remove the 4 flesh sacks in different areas of the crew deck so we can access the shuttle. We also need to find a battery to even get out of this room, which is in the storage room. I would suggest you grab the battery first, since once you destroy the flesh sack, the hunter comes back.
Obama, I know you love exposition, but there is no way Joe is going to remember all of that. I'm sure if he isn't already high on Mercer's supply, the marker fried whatever might be left.
Lick my nuts, Donald. I remembered it perfectly. First, I go in the storage room to grab the Duracells, then I explode a sack and Hunter will appear again. Boom, easy money. And see, I already found the battery.
All right, maybe the marker and weed are multiplying his brain cells from 2 to 4, however that works. Anyways, while Joe fumbles around the gas, do you have another comment question prepped for us, Obama? I think we have a lot of walking around left to do.
Yeah, sure thing, Donald. I have been cooking up one since the start of the series. And now that we have been to all parts of the Ishimura, I am finally ready to showcase it. So viewers, there are 6 stations on this ship and over 8 locations on the ship overall, since 2 of the stations have 2 different areas. And we are obviously in an apocalypse situation, so considering what areas have which supplies. And the defensible position of each of the locations, imagine you had to survive for 24 hours against the outbreak on the Ishimura. If you survive for 24 hours, let's say you are guaranteed rescue from an actually competent Space Marine squad ship. Where would you choose to make your last stand-in and why? As for me, I have to go with the obvious choice of mining. It's where the largest group of survivors lasted for a good period of time, probably the longest lasting group of survivors in lore. You have access to some of the strongest mining weapons used in this game, like the force gun, line gun, and plasma cutter. And I think the company with Jacob and Dallas would be some of the best allies to have in this ship. And I think another calm, collected leader in the mix would do wonders.
All right, stop jerking it to your leadership skills, nerd, Bama. But as for your choice, it's pretty solid, even if it's a bit basic. That's what the space zombies would expect after all. As for me, I would have to go with the crew deck, specifically the executive quarters. It's where the group in Dead Space Extraction starts off at. I would be with other fellow leaders like myself, and an accompaniment of security since they are the leaders. Most of the other pores aren't allowed in, and therefore can't infect me. Most importantly, the rooms are somewhat decent and comfortable. So I can sit down on a cushioned chair instead of a hard steel folding chair, like we are in a depressing church basement.
You realize most of the senior officers are unitologists, right? And also Mercer and Kine are senior officers and would have easy access to you.
Plus the marker has been here the whole goddamn time. It was only briefly in mining before being sent up here.
My Conquer's hockey would shake off the marker's influence, and as for the other space Scientologists like Mercer, all I have to say to that is nah, I'd win.
All right, sure thing, Donald, go off Queen. And as for this exploding asshole, don't think I forgot about you. Now you can't get the jump from me, I can perceive you. As for my choice of location, I think I would go to medical load up on all the best space morphine and med packs I can. and hold out on that one closet where the line gun is until help arrives. I could probably just wheel in one of those hospital beds if I need to sit or lay down, and if it's only 24 hours, maybe I could find.
Yeah, good luck laying around where all the other dead bodies are sleepy. I'm sure you will fit right at home when the Diddy Morph starts converting your friends.
All right, not bad picks, boys and viewers. Let us know where you would hold up to make your last stand against the necromorphs in the comments below. Our editor reads everyone. And we have something special planned for this comment if you want to go over that, Donald.
Yeah, sure thing, Barry. I got you. So viewers, if you're new to how we handle comment questions and series in general, next episode is going to be our last episode of Dead Space until we move on to Dead Space 2 in the future. Since that's a new series, we don't often ask an official comment question that will be featured, since it would be weird to feature a comment from Dead Space 1 and Dead Space 2. So this is our last comment question for the series, and because of that, we are going to feature a few comments from this episode in our next one, so make sure to blow up the comment question so you'll have a higher chance at getting a feature in the finale. Speaking of all that, Joe, mind featuring our favorite comment from last episode?
Sure thing, Donald. Our featured comment comes from Mr. Wolf 3817, who said their favorite necromorph enemy is the Hive Mind, which is a really based and unique choice, since not only was that a lot of viewers' favorite boss fight, but it seems to be their most memorable moment in the game overall now, especially with the improved mechanics. Thank you for your comment, and can't wait to hear what area you would make your last stand in. We also have another super thanks from our biggest supporter of this side series, Sithmark, whose favorite necromorph are the Space Babies. And they also praised Barry's summary as being an accurate explanation as to why the Valor falling was a plot hole, and offered the solution that the Valor should have just been a random patrol ship instead, which I agree works better in hindsight. Thank you as always for your base support, man.
Well, back to the game. Jesus, Joe, you got Isaac smeared in strawberry jam because you decided boxing the necromorph is a better call than just using your guns with nearly 100 rounds a shot.
The Isaac hands are rated E. For everyone, sometimes you have to go back to the classics.
Well, before you do anything else in this area, go ahead and head towards Mercer's room. We have an important scene to see concerning Isaac and Nicole, as well as the last side quest to finish up.
Oh boy, finally some more drama concerning our space girlfriend, because when I play psychological horror games, I am really looking for some relationship drama sprinkled in.
To be fair, can you really be a horror game protagonist if you haven't lost a partner, a child, or a girlfriend, or D, all of the above?
I would say Leon Kennedy, but I am pretty sure he was orphaned as a child, even if he doesn't mention it much. So no, you have a point loss as a key theme of any horror game. Anyways, I know we talked about this at the start of the series, but for those of you who need a refresher, Isaac's mom was a unitologist since Isaac was a little kid. Eventually, she suffered a psychotic break, which led to her being committed to an institution where she was treated by Nicole, which is how they met. Nicole discharged Isaac's mom when she was doing better, and then took a job aboard the Aishimura, but shortly after taking that job, Isaac's mom snapped and killed his dad before killing herself as well. To add insult to injury, Isaac's mom promised her and her husband's body to the church, as well as all their resources, so Isaac never even got to bury his parents or get any sort of closure.
Oh, Isaac, I'm so sorry.
We get you have trauma here, bro, but did you really call your girlfriend just to yell at her? Seems like a dick move.
I guess maybe you don't want to blame your mom since you just lost her, but if you want to be mad at someone, maybe pick the one who gave your college fund to the church instead of your supportive space girlfriend. Also, Joe, I see you can't just sit still or anything. You just had to loot during a cutscene.
Bite me, there's long pauses between their conversations. Anyway, Donald, it's not my fault they put shinies in front of important moments.
Damn, Isaac, it would have been better to just not say anything at all. We have all been married, so I know firsthand Nicole is going to bring up that he said that 12 years later, when they're deciding where to go to eat or something.
He will never financially recover from this, that poor lad. You can try to fix it, but the damage is already done.
I didn't. Oh God, no. Not her too.
All right, I know Isaac isn't questioning this, but this is full unedited proof the marker is fucking with us now since those screens were completely dead a second ago, but still turned on after we got a headache. Also, we heard Nicole's freaking voice echo throughout our head after, but I guess Isaac just always gets manic hallucinations when Nicole is in the picture. Anyways, wasn't there something else in Mercer's room, Barry?
Yeah, because we got the codes from Kine in Chapter 7. We can access Mercer's back room where we can get a force gun upgrade, as well as finish the last side quest, Scientific Methods, which is all about Nicole.
No wonder you've been guiding us to do all these side quests for this long. Obama, you just really wanted that force gun upgrade. That's the only reason I can think of, because compared to the other side quest reward, where we got improved stasis, this reward is pretty damn lame, I can't lie.
It's not just because of the upgrades, there's two other reasons to do both side quests. One being, of course, they are achievements for completing both. But the other reason is the dialogue in Chapter 10 and 11 is slightly different during certain cutscenes without it.
As always, you got to love that dialogue enrichment, boys. This side quest is decently thematic to finish, too, since it's the first side quest we got in Chapter 2. But it's the longest to finish as well. Also, it helps explain Nicole's fall in the end a little more, since before this we just assumed the marker made her go nuts. But now we know she was slowly being broken by the unitologists on the ship, too.
Mercer is one creep motherfucker. He didn't walk over to Nicole, he glided, like a lizard on ice.
So I swear it's always the medical analysts that you have to look out for. They're the ones that will get you.
Shout out to the next Dexter season at shit is peak. I just realized, though, why a force gun upgrade would be in Mercer's room of all places. I think Jacob said he modified a force gun when he was going to rescue Mercer. Maybe this upgrade was originally Jacob's that Mercer removed and kept it in his office.
Joe one minute hits himself with his own damn line gun traps, and next minute he crafts his own damn lore theory that can rival Obama's lore yaps. The Alzheimer's meds come in waves, it seems. That being said, why would he keep the force gun in his office instead of trashing or destroying it?
So I guess he did it in a rush. That wouldn't be the craziest thing to imagine, what with him being focused on convergence and trying to prepare the marker.
So Nicole isn't just a normal doctor either. She was actually able to study the necromorph tissue enough that Mercer was able to gain enough insight on necromorphs to make his ultimate life form hunter.
Joe, your son is a lot of things, but he is not an ultimate life form. That being said, yeah, there's some irony that Nicole was doing all of this to try and save lives, but all she ended up doing was helping Mercer kill more people by giving him her research notes.
Poor Terrence isn't here to help you.
Yes. There's only one man I trust now.
I wonder if she learned about Harris before she gave up on everything. I doubt it pushed her over the edge more than the alien marker, but it might explain what might have prodded what happened.
Considering none of this was in the original, I imagine this quest was supposed to show Nicole's decline as more gradual. And for a lot of reasons, not just the marker's influence. She was arguing with Isaac. She lost her confidants Jacob and Kine. She ended up helping Mercer and getting opposed by unitologists at every turn, all while actual zombie outbreak had her overworked. Anyway, time to shoot that flesh sack and end this.
Wait, Joe, don't do that yet.
Why that's like the whole main objective, isn't it? Oh, hey, Hunter, how have you been? It's good to see you again. After hearing like 7 minutes of domestic dispute dialogue, it's good to play stasis tag with you. I guess you and your friends want to go first then?
All right, this is just getting sad. And I mean that for both Joe and the Hunter. Joe, because he seems to be getting friendlier and friendlier with this fucking thing that wants to go discount Wolverine on him. And the Hunter for not being able to even do damage on Joe when he thinks you're a damn ally and you have true immortality on your side. Also, why are you freaking out, Obama? Joe did have to do the main objective at some point, right?
Yes, he did, but he did it far too early. He could have explored the side room and slotted in the battery first, so he wouldn't have an endless horde of necromorphs. An immortal hunter following him around too. The hunter spawns as soon as you destroy the tendril, so doing everything before that is ideal.
Well, it's fine because I ended up finding the battery in the bathroom anyway, so I can go ahead and slot that in before I get the hell out of here so you don't lose sleep over a missing upgrade or something. Also, did that girl just blow her brains out? Somebody should really go check on her mental health, is no joke.
I swear to God, Obama, if you are padding the video for another godforsaken force gun upgrade, I'm going to use all of my spell slots to smite you out of the next 3 videos.
As much as I would love another force gun upgrade, it's not. The upgrade is for the flamethrower, which I know we can't use. But there's a node in the locked room anyway, and another marker fragment, so it's great economy for only a small time investment.
My bad, I got too hyper-focused on slotting in the battery I forgot which enemies I already killed. I know this isn't optimal, but my butthole is clenched tighter than a baby's fist trying to rush and take care of everything. Honestly, this is one of the bigger challenges I've had in this game overall.
Joe, if I didn't know any better, I would think you are enjoying Dead Space now.
I don't know about enjoy, because I would enjoy a game where I could wield all the powers of the elements or something equally as powerful. Maybe with a squad of cute redheads or elves by my side, but I will admit that I can see the appeal of a game that keeps you watching all your corners and gets your heart racing by having to quickly do tasks while an immortal zombie chases you. Reminds me of those haunted house escape rooms.
I don't know how entering the bathroom didn't lead to instant death from you, Joe, but somehow the combat has calmed down, and I guess Hunter went to go recharge in his crack den.
I swear to God, a man dies one time in the bathroom, and the rest of you will never live it down. Also, I am glad the Hunter calmed down at least, because the rest of the zombies are borderline never ending at this point. I just want a minute to breathe, damn it. Can you all stop jumping out of the vents for 5 minutes?
Just be glad we aren't on impossible difficulty or something really crazy.
Impossible would be hilarious. but then we would be looking at another 20-hour movie series for this game alone, and I just want to go ahead and play Dead Space 2 already, so the viewers know how to really get your money up. Anyways, here's your side room with the override container editor. Cut ahead to the next section.
My friends, is this what you hoped for when you signed your lives away to the church? Does this carnage look like transcendence?
2 seconds in and I can already see why you want to hold up in the executive suits Donald that's all red, just like your Republican round ass. I'm sure you would want to mix the red carpet with a little bit of orange to feel right at home.
Hop off, Joe. You're just mad because your speeches make you sound like an even bigger pussy. Then Dr. Kind sounds giving this speech. I have to give Bro props for his blind optimism, though. Thinking he can convince the cultists this deep in the Kool-Aid to turn back takes some stones.
Considering we found this in the executive deck, that means he was trying to convince people who are leaders in the church to turn away, which are people who have given more time and energy than most of this. Anyways, this area is a lot calmer than the medical wing, but there is just as much to explore here. We have a text log that can give us the last secret break room code. The other log is in Chapter 11. We have a room with a shrine for marker fragments, which we can use if we were going for the secret ending, which we are not. I feel like I need to remind you of that, Joe.
I got it. No worries, I fully planned to do this. Normally no fragments needed. This is a nicely made shrine, though, even if it is a clear fire hazard with that many candles. Anyways, I am guessing that one of the other loot boxes is another Master Override Boxberry.
Of goddamn course it is. I see why you made us get it before Chapter 10. This area is goddamn overflowing with these things. What weapon does this one go towards, Obama?
No weapon this time, just a conductor for some extra money, but it is free loot, so we might as well, right? It's also, Joe, fair warning this time, the tendril itself is in the bathroom.
Absolutely devious work putting it there, Owen. Just my luck the poop zombies are back. I'm ready for you. This time, assholes burn in hell with the hundreds before you.
Damn, that wasn't as satisfying as I thought it would be.
Sorry, I couldn't satisfy you, big dog, but we still have plenty of episode left. Thanks for the heads up, Barry. It's fine, I know now, to loot everything first, since as soon as I break this thing, every zombie left on the ship is going to dogpile me. So let's get those last 3 rooms cleared first before my inventory maxes out.
Hold up. I'm not even going to question why the executive key card was in the bathroom. Clearly one of the Scientologists got ganked when he was trying to use the facilities. It happens to the best of us. But why the hell was one of the doors locked? And the person that locked it was in a different officer's room. Were they getting pranked during the apocalypse, or was this some kind of jilted lover who got revenge by locking him out?
I always thought maybe one of the officers was experiencing clear signs of paranoia and aggression, and another officer locked his room to try to contain him. Although if that was true, you would think the room would be more trashed. This room looks pretty put together, all things considered, except for the marker symbols painted in blood.
Yeah, those marker drawings are so tacky they clash with the drapes, and they didn't even use the right unitologist kanji. They should be more accented. And not so blotchy. Just give me a couple minutes, boys, so I can fix this.
Joe, I swear to God, stop role-playing and get on with it. We still have another tendril after this to kill. And if I remember right, this next one is a cutscene like the first.
Fine, I will just backtrack and correct it in my free time. And fix the drapes, too. I just hate to see such a nicely put-together room go to shambles like that. Even an apocalypse doesn't mean everyone has to become a savage. Oh, look, another quarantine ambush. Well, this time for sure I'm going to try that laser trap strategy you suggested earlier, Obama. And I know it's going to work because I'm not going to lock it on the blast shields this time, and I saw where the bodies are beforehand.
That should make the converters completely useless since they will run into the traps on instinct. Then the bodies they are converting will also hit the wires. Only downside is the twitchers will come from multiple angles. And even when they hit the traps, they are tanky enough to blow past them.
Just like in real life, the twitchers are persistent, unending, and the greatest threat to gamers' safety and money economy.
You mean in the game, right, Donald?
Yes, of course. I mean the game. What did you think I was talking about? Anyways, Joe, that was probably the best use of the laser traps that you were going to get in this game, even if the twitchers just shrugged it off. The overpowered weighted blades and force gun covered the rest.
Yeah, and the Mark V armor is just the cherry on top. Anyway, I know we just upgraded this armor. But there is actually one more armor I wanted to highlight in this series. It's the one deluxe armor we haven't actually shown yet, the Venture armor. And honestly, I think it's really cool and a good way to build up some hype for Dead Space 2 since this armor is styled the same way most of those suits are.
It's a clean-looking military suit with bright colors. Just give that man a pulse rifle and it will be perfect.
The Venture suit is modeled after a similar armor used by the Earth Defense Force during the resource wars before planet cracking. Specifically, the Engineer Corps might be a little ironic to represent the EDM after what's about to happen in the story, but I can't argue with the Dead Space 2 reference. Anyways, let's go meet Dr. Kind for the first time.
All right, I've been patient long enough. Bro is going to just mumble again. We have had enough cutscenes in this chapter. Let me in before I pimp slap you.
Damn, Joe, what's got you so renegade? I would have thought you would have more sympathy for confused babbling dudes with white hair and an obsession for red markers.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy, but we got a job to do. And honestly, I might be suffering from cutscene fatigue already for this episode. I know the remake likes to yap, but the one downside is they maybe go a little too far here.
Goddamn, that thing is big.
You know, the fact Isaac acknowledges that Kyne might not be real is a pretty big sign that he does realize a lot of this stuff is hallucinations. But he just doesn't comment on it normally. I do see what you mean about the cutscene fatigue, but this is probably the most important cutscene of the chapter, and is the one full cutscene that is more or less unchanged from the original.
All right, bro, might have lost it, but he did at least one thing right. We can't end this game by just killing the hive mind's kid, the Leviathan. We have to go down to the planet and kill the zombie leader at the source to assert dominance.
It does mean having to kill another gigantic monster with tentacles, though. And this time I don't get to do it in space, and stasis may as well be useless. I know we have heard about Kyne hundreds of times before meeting him here, but any final lore you want to give on Kyne here, Barry?
I already explained his backstory about him being a high-ranking member of the church because of his ability to read the marker's language, and the reason he joined the church being his need for comfort after his wife's death. Really, the only thing left to say is his downfall and his current state of near insanity. After he met up with Nicole in mining, he was reminded again about how much he loved his wife, and he began getting visions of her and hearing her voice non-stop until he eventually cracked. Now he sees his wife everywhere he goes.
For someone who is supposed to be a high-ranking unitologist, he fell for the marker's trap really easily. I mean, the things he is saying do benefit us. Leaving the marker undestroyed or giving it to the government is a worse option and needed to happen. But I don't like the fact we are playing into the space zombies' hands with this one.
I just noticed that giant bottle of wine in this room, bro, is probably drunk, as well as indoctrinated. Also, how the hell are you going to distract Mercer? I am pretty sure anyone Mercer sees at this point is getting the stasis nail gun special.
Maybe Kyne is really good at hitting someone and then using their cunning action to dash away. You can't freeze what you can't hit after all. Also, if you look closely, you'll notice Kyne stopped to take his wife by the hand before walking away. Nice little detail about how far he has sunk by this point. There's a text log from Kyne in this room going over the same idea that Bro has lost it.
Yeah, you know, just in case all of the writing on the wall and the scared stuttering wasn't clue enough that Bro is a bit Looney Tunes.
Joe, you are the last person who gets to make fun of someone for stuttering. Anyways, are you going to use that workbench in the back room before grabbing the marker?
I would, but I think we are at a good level of strength as is. We are already a true space marine, no reason to try to ascend to God mode yet. Besides, it looks like the necromorphs need to regroup anyway, since that was the first tendril I destroyed without Hunter and his friends jumping me.
Yeah, they didn't even send the one guy this time. Anyway, time to move the marker. Joe, take plenty of deep breaths first, please.
Don't worry, Barry, I'm locked in here. See, make us whole again, make us whole again.
Joe, that is the opposite of goddamn fine.
No, actually, it's okay this time. He is just reading the objective that popped up. The last one said, turn it off. And this one says, make us whole again, nothing to worry about.
All right, whatever you say, Obama. Also, Kyne, you and Isaac should be the last people to have prolonged exposure to the marker. If Kyne and Isaac take the time to load the marker on the shuttle like a new couch, they will be drooling in their small clothes by the time it's strapped into the trunk.
Also, Kyne, aren't you supposed to be distracting Mercer? What do you mean you'll help us load it in the shuttle? If you aren't distracting Mercer Bro is just going to show up and stop us.
I am pretty sure that is just a leftover line from the original game where Kyne actually does show up after we reach the shuttle and loads in the marker after we successfully install the Singularity Core. In the remake, Kyne doesn't take the shuttle until the next chapter. Also, Joe, are you having fun trying out your weighted blades? The necromorph sure isn't after receiving 15 consecutive stun locks.
Just trying to experiment how much damage I can do with these things. It's a surprise tool that will help us later, boys. Anyways, Barry, what are the other differences between the original and the remake in this act? I feel like we have done that for almost every other chapter so far.
We have, and this is probably the last chapter we can do it for, so we might as well get into it. The main difference in Chapter 10 in the original is Dr. Mercer's interaction, since every interaction with Mercer is different from the original, since Unitology has also been remastered. In the original temple scene, we walk in as Mercer has tied up both Temple and Cross in preparation to ritually kill them, no stasis needed. Mercer mentions that Cross was a true believer, but we will never know as we find her already dead by the time we arrive. Mercer then slits Temple's throat and saunters off, not even addressing Isaac, who is watching. And instead of the medical analysis taunting Isaac, we instead hear him preaching as we go about destroying the tendrils. The only time he even addresses Isaac this chapter is after we load the Singularity Core in the shuttle. He will vid-call us and tell us death is just the first step. Then Convergence awaits us all before shooting himself in the head, then letting a infector turn him into an enhanced necromorph. Pretty unsatisfying death, all things considered, when you realize this is supposed to be the main antagonist.
What's even funnier, though, is you can deny him Convergence in the original if you're fast enough. You can kill the infector and leave his body lying there like the basic bitch he is. Anyways, Joe, it's time for one final confrontation with your crackhead son. It's time to finally see which Biden can reach that third-place bronze medal spot.
All right, Hunter, I'm sad this is the last time I get to see you. It seems. It feels like we had so much left unsaid. I guess if this is our last meeting, always remember the big three: never accept a car salesman's first offer. Cold Stone Club is the best fast food subscription, and 99% of gamblers quit before hitting it big. Anyways, ponder that last one on this line trap, my boy.
All right, Joe, that was actually really sad, but I am glad you got to do that, I guess. This fight is essentially the same strategy as the cryo lab fight. You have to cripple the hunter, stasis them, then go to another room.
Except this is using a based fireball instead of just freezing them and filing them away.
Exactly, Donald. Also, since we completed the medical malpractice, Isaac has a special line here since he knows the full story of how Harris was manipulated by Mercer. If we haven't completed the quest yet, Isaac just yells, "Burn, you son of a bitch."
I don't know if I really should feel bad about Harris, bro. He was a few steps away from being a psychopath, but the marker in Mercer did make him worse. I guess that's how Isaac sees things, too. Anyways, let's go angle that marker onto the ship and... Oh, fuck, not the tentacles. Yamate, Yamate.
Where the hell did these things even come from? I thought the Leviathan controlled the tentacles, and that's why we stopped seeing them after Chapter 6.
Actually, no tentacles are their own sentient necromorph. It's assumed that each tentacle is its own being, although that doesn't mean much when the marker. And hive mind control all of these things anyway. Also, Mercer, for someone who survived this long, you sure know very little about survivor instincts for someone who is afraid of death.
I guess Mercer doesn't watch enough Japanese homework videos to see where this is going.
Sounds like a skill issue. Anyways, this is how you kill a boss. Boys, see you in hell, you creepy fuck.
I have to admit this is a far more satisfying death than the original. In the remake, they heavily imply he was such a deep believer in unitology because he was afraid of death. He believed killing Isaac would be enough of a sacrifice to begin Convergence, while he himself despaired.
That's great, Barry, but I am kind of being dragged to hell right now.
Just keep shooting the glowy yellow part with your line gun forehead. Anyways, I know Isaac is durable, but the fact he tanked that many blows without at least a concussion is goddamn insane. What is bro's skull made of?
That's not even his craziest durability feat either. Also, after 3 tentacle attacks, it's safe to say Isaac is sick of this shit.
Do you read me? Mr. Clark! Mr. Clark, come in!
Fuck this ship.
You're alive. Help me be.
Fuck all it too.
Holy based Isaac, I too heavily do not fuck with these insane cultists or their made-up religion. Let's kill the final boss by feeding it one marker and then get the hell out of here, people.
Well, we have to go down into the deep with all the other deep ones to get it first. Also, Barry, that whole thing about Mercer being afraid of death, is that why he worked so hard on the hunter since he was trying to find a way to have medical immortality for himself?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it's so ironic all the evil shit he did comes back to bite him in the ass by the end.
Damn it, Daniels, I hate unitologists as much as the next guy. But Kine did not kill the captain. The dude jumped Kine and ran face first into a needle. That's like saying a bridge maker killed someone when they jump off the bridge. Besides, think of all that sweet kill experience and loot the hive mind will drop.
I think you're confusing this game with Borderlands Donald.
Hop off, I know what I said.
Well, that's chapter 10 done, so we only have 2 more to go. Should I call it for the episode now, Barry, and end this fight next episode?
You still have a good amount of time left, and since we have 2 chapters to go, why don't we finish the first half of Chapter 11 and bring the marker back to the hangar? That way we can start our final episode back where we began in the hangar for some thematic storytelling.
All right, sure thing. I will make us and the viewers whole again. Once more, Barry.
Joe, you absolutely have to stop doing that. You are making us uncomfortable and it's getting goddamn repetitive. Also, no surprise the game is going to end with 2 more backtracking sections, everyone's favorite. We might as well just reignite the Dragon Age 2 drinking game with all these repeating maps.
Please don't.
Honestly, this is the perfect game to get somewhat tipsy for if you think about it.
We'll send the hive mind back into the darkness.
So glad you gave that guy our only escape shuttle.
Also, Kendra's mask is really breaking now. You can tell she is tired of both the Ishimura's shit and of Isaac's shit. She isn't playing nice anymore.
Part of that is likely because she didn't sign up for this. It was supposed to be a repair mission to get a hold of the outbreak before the Valor shows up, picks Kendra up, then wipes everything else out. This is probably the first time she doesn't have a plan for everything. Notice how she hasn't argued once against grabbing the marker, though.
Something, these hacking specialists ain't loyal, chat.
Overwrite the safeties, and yes, it might work. But hurry. We're losing critical systems fast.
Anyways, Joe, ignore that workbench and kill these space zombies quickly. There is a 100% mandatory item grab here that is invaluable to our playthrough.
That's what I'm talking about, Donald. Yeah, Joe, in that corner by the tendril there is the second to last master override lock that has the last force gun upgrade. Once we get that last one, we can use up all our saved nodes to max out all 3 guns.
Oh, goddammit, Nerdbama. Fuck the force gun, fuck the master lock, and fuck you. That's not what I mean. Behind the stairs here in the locker is the legendary artifact Ping, which is not only a beautiful and shapely sight, but is worth 30,000 credits. Also, not that I need it, but it gives you an achievement which I know you two liberals goon over.
Oh, right, Peng, can't believe I almost forgot about her. I don't know if I can get an actual answer, but what even is Peng?
A beautiful gift from our true Lord Sandal.
As good of a guess as everything else, the only in-game lore we have is Ping is a phenomena that stretches back over 200 years, shown by Sovereign Colonies era postcards. Peng is depicted as several different women with the implicit purpose of a sexual morale booster for soldiers. In the Dead Space series, it's a morale booster as it is in every game, and offers a massive economic boost towards the end of the game.
Thank God there is always Peng when we need her. Why is it called Peng, though?
Not sure. There's 3 major theories. The most likely one is one of the original environmental artists for Dead Space is named Wang Peng. It's possible he just placed the statue here as a joke, and it stuck. The second is Peng is Scandinavian for coin. And the third is in comics, Peng is often the sound effect of guns firing. So just pick your favorite at this point, boys.
I'm going with the design artist theory, but viewers, let us know your favorite. Anyway, now that our treasure has looted, it's time to load Kind's treasure and get this marker to the shuttle.
Yeah, and just like everything else in this game, as soon as you touch one thing, all of the necromorphs come to play like your dad when you touch the thermostat.
We are definitely in the late game now, because why the hell are they taking this many line gun shots to kill? I'm almost out of line gun ammo now. This is Avengers level threat, boys. I can see why Isaac sounds so nervous right now. Without the line gun, there is no victory.
Yeah, Joe, it's a real problem. You might even have to switch out to one of the other 2 guns that have almost 100 rounds of ammo to them. As crazy as that might sound, that might be the play.
Hell no, that's crazy talk. I'll just spend my Peng saving account on line gun ammo to prevent this problem in the future.
Joe, you are such a wasteful spender. We don't need line gun ammo, especially when it's maxed out. Just start pimp slapping things like you normally do.
Hey boys, hopefully there's still plenty of episode left, because I just watched a lore video on this game, and holy titties, don't touch me with your tentacles.
George, at this point, you have to have some kind of hidden stand to summon tentacles in our series, because I haven't even seen this type of necromorph before now, and I didn't even know these things exist. I'm not mad they are here, though, because this is the first thing to toss Joe around since episode 3.
This thing hit me twice and nearly killed me. What the hell are they feeding these things? Keep in mind I have max health upgrades. In Mark 5 armor, I am as tanky as I can be without the new game plus Mark 6 armor, and this thing still almost killed me.
Don't ever fuck with tentacles. You all looked at me funny for my previous paranoia. But I can guarantee if I was in this situation, I would give myself the widest berth possible to snipe those tentacles in a place far enough away from their villainous grasp.
We are in the last hour or so of the game now, Joe, that does track. So honestly, George does have the right idea here. I know you need to be at the platforms to lift up the bridges while the marker travels along the path. But you only have to do that twice, and lifting the bridges is what triggers the next round, so you should kill every necromorph before lifting the bridge anyway. The bridge is therefore a gameplay trap. You should instead pick a nice corner and hold off there to prevent getting ganked from the back.
I'm channeling my inner Morden here. Barry, let me cook. I want them all in one place for a surprise tool.
Heavy pause.
Very sus, but let's see your moves here, Joe. Anyways, assuming I take Donald at his word that you guys haven't seen these type of tentacles before, that begs the question why that is. These things do so much damage, they would make a good mini-boss for the mid-game, wouldn't it?
Just what the space zombies needed, Dungeon Master. Tactical advice. You're doing the Lord's work here, George.
From a gameplay perspective, you are right, but in lore, that wouldn't make much sense. Kendra says that all of the necromorphs we have killed have pooled together to form something new that is the tentacles that we see here. That means these are a late-game infection type, which is why we see them now on the Ishimura, and similarly on Aegis 7 and Dead Space 3.
Wait, these things recycle the already dead zombies into other zombies? For one, how do they do that? And two, does that mean these things are never-ending?
Well, being never-ending is kind of the marker's whole deal. The fact that the original black marker had unlimited energy even millions of years later was what led to people's interest in the first place. As for your first question, the same thing. Everything else uses to travel. They took tons of small pieces of dead tissues through the active vents, then gathered it beneath the bottom of the cargo bay.
These necromorphs will never not be sus with the vents. Anyways, Joe, I see what you were cooking now. You herded all the zombies together and took them out with the force gun. Nice work.
Well, now all we need to do is head back where we began and board the shuttle straight to the planet. That being said, seems like a pretty good place to end the episode and finish this fight next time.
Well, hang on, before we leave the Ishimura for good, we have one last stop I want to show the viewers. We unlocked the last secret break room code, and let's just say we saved the best for last.
Daniel's making a run for it, trying to outrun the space zombies. Sounds hilarious. I wish we could actually play that, sort of like the Joker section of Mass Effect 2. I highly doubt this is the last backtrack knowing you, Obama, but if it is, it will be a thankful end of an era.
Well, it's time to go back to the mute truck one last time. Let's see it, viewers.
All right, we were still able to take the tram despite the power failing and ship breaking down around us. What am I doing here, Barry?
All right, once you get the text log from Chapter 11, one more code unlocks in the break room. Editor, do your thing. The code is melee, stop, melee, melee, stop, melee, stop, melee, 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 stop.
Oh boy, you guys are in for a treat. We are going to close out prematurely here, but that will make sense in a minute. Don't forget to leave your comment question on what area of the ship you would choose to make your 24-hour last stand, and leave a like to thumb my ass. With that all being said, let's see what this final secret is.
And a 1 and a 2 and a 2, 2, 3, 4.
There once was a ship from the CECD, Ishimura USG. She cracked the moon with gravity. Go me, bully boys, go. Huh. Soon may the Carrion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go. 3 years she served her tour, thirsty planet tracked and bore. The captain called no fly and swore he'd take that mucker in tow. Huh. Soon may the Carrion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go. La da 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 da. Before the ship could set on home, tragedy struck and the colonies are gone. The old red monster's done them wrong and brought the miners low. Huh. Soon may the Carrion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go. The ghouls aboard a mystery spoke of immutability. The captain swore he'd keep his creed and drag his crew down so. Ha! Soon may the Carrion come to save our souls and take us home. One day when the fixing is done, we'll take our leave and go.